rumbles in the jungles. Millions of years ago, the world was a tropical paradise of lush jungles with plenty to eat and drink for all the creatures. Their favorite food was a delicious and nourishing juice served once a day at sunset and always ice cold. It was fresh jungle juice, and they had guzzled it for so long they no longer ate or drank anything else. The entire supply of jungle juice was owned by King Zamusa, a kind and generous ruler who shared it with all the other creatures. The juice bubbled out of the royal palms on top of the great Musa mountain. But the exact place was so secret that only the king and his trusted keeper of the jungle juices, the loyal Skinny Malinx, knew where it was. One year, all the creatures gathered on the king's own lawns to celebrate 500 happy years of free jungle juice, honoring the king and his trusted keeper with songs and speeches. The king was also to make an important announcement during the party. Mungo, a creature known for his bravery, made a speech thanking the king for all his kindness and generosity. Then King Zamusa stood up and proclaimed, "Tomorrow at noon, my beautiful daughter Prill will be married to the faithful Skinny Malinx." "Hip, hip, hooray!" cheered the creatures, and toasts were made to the happy couple.
"A party for all tomorrow,"
said Prill. So everyone was very surprised after the festival to find that Skinny Malinx had mysteriously disappeared. That very night, through the warm mists, there came creeping two evil beasts. The dreaded Scarab twins. They were on their way to a secret meeting with the trusted keeper Skinny Malinx.
"I want you to kidnap that fool Zamusa," he hissed. "I will reward you well." "Evil," they cackled. "Then I will own all the juice and make the creatures pay for it." "Even more evil," they snarled. The Scarab twins crept away to find King Zamusa sleeping soundly beside his cherished jungle juice. As they sneaked up on him, they began to cackle with glee at the thought of their huge reward. Suddenly, the foul twins leapt on poor Zamusa. Fearing for his life, the king put up a terrific fight. Still kicking and biting, he was carried off into the misty night.
"And we thought he was kind and gentle,"
gasped the twins.
"Begone!"
hissed Skinny Malinx.
"Before someone hears you! Hurry!"
Mungo was woken by the noise, but he thought it was his stomach rumbling again and went straight back to sleep. Soon, all was silent in the dark jungle. In the morning, the keeper suddenly reappeared.
"The king has completely vanished,"
he announced. There was a gasp of anguish.
"Shut up!"
he yelled.
"Now I own the juice, and you pay for it."
Straight away, Mungo realized what the rumblings were.
"And I thought it was my tongue."
"Gosh, we must find Zamusa."
Mungo was angry as he ran to the place he thought he had heard the rumbles.
"I need to look for clues to find King Zamusa."
Suddenly he heard the sound of crying and peering through the leaves, he saw the beautiful Prill, Sir Moosa's only daughter.
Please don't cry, said gently. I will find your father.
Oh, Mungo, thank you. But look, I found Daddy's crown.
Well done, Prill. Now, let's see. More clues. Oh no! Greasy hair! This means the foul scarab twins did it. I must leave, now!
Let me come too.
Pleaded Prill.
If I stay, I have to marry Skinny Malinx at noon. And I was only doing it to please Daddy.
Mungo was delighted, for he had always loved Prill. He took her by the wing, and the two friends set off to find the king. Meanwhile, the creatures were forced to buy warm jungle juice from the treacherous Skinny Malinx, as only he knew its secret source. And they all knew that after just 7 days without any jungle juice, you caught the dreaded disease, megalopody. Within a week, they would all have swollen feet covered with horrible green warts. At noon, Skinny Malinx was furious to discover that Prill had vanished, along with Mungo. Rumors spread among the creatures that they had gone to search for Sir Moosa. The two friends hunted for 5 days, but found nothing.
We'll catch megalopody.
Shh, said Mungo.
I hear the scarabs cackling just over there.
They crept up to see Sir Moosa trapped high on a platform over a swamp of quicksand.
Wait here, Prill. I have an idea.
Quietly, Mungo began to climb a palm.
Do be careful,
cried Prill. Once he was near the top, the palm bent slowly over.
Not a sound, sire,
he whispered. At the very top, Mungo stuck out a hand and plucked Sir Moosa up off the platform. Suddenly, the palm sprang back with such force that the two figures were catapulted high into the sky. And Prill let out a shriek.
Grab her! Seize her!
Yelled the scarabs.
help!
Screamed the frightened princess.
Mungo, Daddy, help!
The foul twins were just about to pounce on the poor girl when Mungo and Sir Moosa crashed down right on top of them.
A nasty spot to land, muttered Mungo, but we seem to have knocked them out.
Oh, Daddy, you're safe. Thanks to Mungo.
The three of them tied up the dazed scarab twins and left immediately to put an end to the treacherous deeds of Skinny Malinx. All the creatures were still queuing to buy warm juice when they heard a voice shouting,
Don't pay him anything.
They all turned to see Sir Moosa with Prill and Mungo, and a great cheer went up.
Hooray! Hooray! Long live the king! Hooray for Sir Moosa! Skinny Malinx, you are banished to the swamps for your evil treachery, boomed the king. Never to return! Hooray! Long live the king!
Another cheer went up. The next day, an enormous feast was held to celebrate the return of the kind King Sir Moosa and the wedding of Prill and Mungo, now made official keeper of the juices. And once again, life was peaceful and contented for the creatures in the jungle.